Nancy Newell here for another episode of Fast Pitch Friday. So today I have a special guest, Christian Wonders. He's a CSP pitching coach, and lately I've been sending a lot of my softball players to him to help with their throwing motion. So 3 exercises I like to do prior to them getting in the cage with Christian to help groove that throwing pattern, that throwing motion. So I'd like to go over those with you today. And so the first one here is an all fours belly breathing. So Christian's going to start with his hands right underneath his shoulders, knees under his hips. I'm going to say push against my hand. So he goes into thoracic flexion, and he'll also get some protraction with the serratus. So he's going to take a big inhale, fill up the balloon, and he's going to exhale hard, trying to drag his rib cage to his pelvis. So this here is going to help promote thoracic flexion during the motion, and also some serratus through the protraction. So you're going to do about 5 breaths. You should be shaking if you're doing this right. The second exercise Christian's going to do is a wall slide with upward rotation and lift off. So right foot will be in front, left foot will be in behind. He's going to tuck his hips right underneath of him, so he has a straight line from his shoulders to his hips. And you should feel his abs like he did with the all fours belly breathing. So from here, he's going to make a Y, and he's going to reach up to the ceiling, reach, and he's going to just slightly lift off, activate that lower trap, and he's going to control this motion down. He's not going to just smash down. So he's going to reach and then slightly off. All right, so that's a wall slide with upward rotation. And the last exercise I like to use before getting in the cage with Christian is just a half kneeling 90-90 ER hold to help activate this cuff and prepare it to throw. So here, I'm just going to say, he's going to slightly push back against my hand using his shoulder. And you're going to do this for about 2 sets of 6. And I have my left hand on his cuff so I can feel it activating. I don't want any biceps action or anything in the front of the shoulder going crazy. It should just be straight cuff. And you're going to do this for 2 sets of 6. All right? And Christian now is going to go over what he sees with softball players during the throwing motion.
So a couple of things that I see in the throwing motion with softball players. First of all, a lot of them, they don't have the timing down between their glove side and their throwing arm. A lot of them kind of bring the ball out of their glove early in their throwing motion, and from here, they have to create momentum elsewhere, which a lot of that causes their head to pull off, which you can get some front of the shoulder aggravation here. And then a lot of times I see them substituting elbow extension for layback in the throwing motion. So I was working with a girl the other day who would get here and kind of come straight over the top and not get any layback. So as Nancy did the ER hold prior to throwing, you can kind of create some context. You want to draw a half U and be kind of loose and tension-free back here. And as we're coming through, we want to be able to lay our arm back. That's what allows us to get some arm speed out in front. So when you're doing those ER holds, you want to make sure that humerus is not diving forward, because we don't want that happening in the throwing motion. We want to have nice, clean layback to allow arm speed out in front.